My group did Marie Antoinette, and Marie Antoinette was born November 2nd, 1755, and died on October 16th, 1793. In 1755, she was born to parents Maria Theresa and Francis I. In 1789, the French Revolution began. In 1791, her husband, Louis XVI, fled Paris with her to the Austrian border. It is rumored that her brother, the Holy Roman Emperor, was waiting at the border for them, so that Austria could invade and try to overthrow the revolutionary government to help restore the monarchy. To many, this was proof that the Queen was a traitor. In April 1792, to test the King and Queen's loyalty, the radical revolutionary declared war on Austria. The war did not go well, and she was blamed. In December 1792, Louis XVI was put on trial. He was convicted of treason and executed in January 1793. In July 1793, she lost custody to her son, who was forced to accuse her of sexual abuse and incest before a revolutionary tribunal. In October of 1793, she was convicted and executed by guillotine on the charge of treason. Some of her problems included that her marriage was very difficult. She had few official duties, which caused her to use most of her time socializing and indulging in luxuries. An example of this is that a model farm was built on the palace grounds so her and her ladies-in-waiting could dress up in very extravagant dresses to pretend to be shepherdesses and milkmaids. The newspapers made fun of her because of her crazy behavior and spread rumors about her, which led to people blaming her for all of France's problems. Marie Antoinette and the French Revolution. The French Revolution was not her fault. Participating in colonial wars, especially the American Revolution, caused them to be in debt. The press blamed her, and she was known as Madame Veto. When the government was placed into the hands of the people, conditions worsened, and the people thought the monarchy and the nobility were conspiring against them. Marie Antoinette was the target of their rage, and cartoonists and pamphleteers depicted her as the Austrian whore who did everything she could to undermine the French nation. Her and her people were seen as symbolic, representing everything that was wrong with the monarchy and the Second Estate. The reasoning behind this is that she was disloyal, tone-deaf, out of touch, and self-interested. What she was actually like didn't matter because her image became far more influential than herself. She had no official role in France and not much political power. Her main job was to have a son for the line of the throne, and she failed to have a male heir. After she couldn't have a son, her and her husband started to go downhill and increase their spending. Many scandalous things came out about Marie. Her husband replaced her spot in bed and became the first king to not have a royal mistress. Her and her family were attacked, and they were suspended as queen and king and charged with treason. Marie Antoinette was born an Austrian princess, and she got married at 14. She was charged for incest. There is a city in the United States that's named after her. During the French Revolution, she was forced to stand on a balcony while people pointed guns at her. Also during the French Revolution, her and her team were trying to get her to escape. Many people blamed the French Revolution on her because of the spending and because she was a partier. Some may think that her reign was successful, but after our research, we determined that very few parts of it were actually successful. Some may think that her reign was successful, but after our research, we determined that very few parts of it were actually successful and mostly filled with lots of adversity. Thank you for watching.